1941, as Axis powers launched attacks on 3 continents, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt used his State of the Union address to state that our way of life was in peril. And FDR envisioned 4 fundamental freedoms everywhere: freedom of speech and expression, freedom of worship, freedom of want, and freedom from fear. These 4 freedoms underpin the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, whose tenets are the ideals articulated in the speech and guide the work of the UN to this day. But colleagues, we face once more an existential peril that FDR couldn't have envisaged 81 years ago: the peril of climate change. So we need to consider a 5th freedom: freedom from climate extinction. We gathered just 3 months ago in Glasgow at COP26, where we collectively failed to gain an agreement which meant the world could be free from the prospect of climate extinction. As the co-rapporteur of the IPU at COP, I am redoubling my efforts to hand over with hope to our colleagues in Egypt our comprehensive and effective IPU Outcomes document, which can be built on and delivered. We need to ensure that clean energy technologies are within reach of all nations, that adaptive measures are rapidly and comprehensively delivered, that we pay special attention to small island developing states and landlocked developing countries, that net zero is delivered at the earliest possible date and carbon-emitting technologies are phased out rapidly. The issue of finance must take primacy at COP27, with a collective funding goal of $100 billion being an insult to the communities struggling to both develop and play their part in the climate emergency. There must be urgent reform of the international financial architecture to ensure it's not just fair and equitable, but provides rapid and sufficient financial resources and encompasses the loss and damage done to those communities most at risk of climate devastation. I'll finish with the words of FDR again on the 4 freedoms. That is no vision of a distant millennium is a definite base for a kind of world attainable in our own time and generation. The 5th freedom, climate extinction, must be attainable in our own time and generation, not out of choice, but out of necessity, as climate change accelerates forward with no reverse gear.